Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Indiana Overtime. I'm Seth He's Sam Beishuizen from Rivals.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Second time this year.
Yeah. It's your last time here.
It very well might be my last time ever at Memorial Stadium. Probably won't be my last time ever here, but if I was going to end it in overtime spring game, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah, we're as he referenced, we're at Memorial Stadium. We watched Indiana's spring football game tonight, the Cream and Crimson game. Went to overtime, actually, a real barn burner. Team Crimson won in overtime on an Alex Rodriguez touchdown run. Final score was 42-36, Team Crimson. We saw some interesting plays, I guess, both ways. The real noteworthy player was Peyton Ramsey tonight. I thought from the get-go he was really impressive tonight.
Yeah, I think you have the stats in front of you, but he outplayed Richard Lego today. That's pretty fair to say?
I don't think that was a question.
I mean, Lego threw the ball. I mean, what are the numbers?
Yeah, the Lego's final stat line was 20 of 34, 181 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Peyton Ramsey, 10 of 17 for 92 yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown, threw 1 interception, but that was on a desperation heave at the end of the half.
Right. No, I thought Ramsey was sharp all game long, quite frankly. Mostly the offense, the receivers. If anything, I think Lego had better targets, to be honest, and Lego was going to throw the ball more. Ramsey made a lot of plays with his legs. I bet he took off running at least 9 or 10 times and picked up. It's so hard to tell.
Yeah, there are no official stats. These are just rough stats. So we don't know how many rushing yards he had, but
I think it was over 30.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
He had a couple where he lost yards but then again, they're playing too
right, exactly.
So it's hard to tell. But I thought he was sharp. I thought the biggest thing was, I think he started out 8 of 11 at one point too, so he kind of ended coldly, but he didn't try to do anything he couldn't do. It was very precise, very poised, everything you would want in a quarterback who I hate to say this because it's spring ball and you can only see so much, but at this point, I think it's safe to say he's going to try to push Richard Lego.
Oh yeah, certainly, and I think that's good for both quarterbacks for Lego to have somebody to push him. But yeah, I mean, no doubt, I think Ramsey outplayed Richard Lego tonight. I thought kind of made this observation early, and I thought it kind of stuck that Ramsey was more of a quarterback that is making the plays himself, while Lego was just kind of putting his receivers in position to go make the plays. And you'd almost rather, in my opinion, I think you would rather have a quarterback that is going to make the plays.
I mean, at the end of the day, and this is a discussion we're going to have for the next 5 months.
Buckle up, folks.
There's going to be people who like Richard Lego as a starting quarterback. There's going to be people who like Peyton Ramsey as a starting quarterback. That's not expert analysis because we had that last year with Richard Lego and Xander Diamont, and most teams have some sort of facet of that. But at this point, I think it's fair to assess that Peyton Ramsey could win you some games. I think he'd be the bigger risk if you wanted to play him. I think you kind of know what you get out of Richard Lego. Peyton Ramsey's going to be a better quarterback than Richard Lego. It's just, he's a redshirt freshman.
Right.
He's been tested in a very limited fashion. I think he was a 5-time Scout Team Player of the Week last year. It's the offensive Scout Team Player of the Year.
Coach's kid mentality.
Coach's kid. People love as a coach's kid. That's like. Dude, that is just like
anytime
you feed it to a journalist because they go, oh god.
Anytime you and all the coaches eat it up too. Anytime you ask them a question about Peyton Ramsey, one of the first things they say is, he's a coach's kid, tough kid.
Man, we love cliches in sports. I hate cliches, but that's what he is though. I thought he played really well. The other guys that I thought played spectacularly. I mean,
both running backs. Showed up.
Ricky Brookins.
There are only 2 active running backs tonight.
Yeah, it was Ricky Brookins and Alex Rodriguez.
Right. I mean, they both showed out well, I thought, but Allen did say after the game it's a little bit of a concern the running back depth. I mean, Tyler Nate got injured in the spring. Mike Majette got injured again in the spring.
Cole Guest last week.
Right, yeah, that came out of nowhere.
Devontae Williams, we don't know where he is.
Right, I mean, there's injuries coming in left and right.
Yeah.
And it apparently came to the point that the only running backs that were able to play tonight were Brookins and Rodriguez.
Right.
Both of whom played pretty well tonight. Rodriguez had the game-winning touchdown. Ricky Brookins had a huge play, sometime in the second half.
Yeah, it was hard because it was a running clock. No, what impressed me about, A-Rod, I mean, we have not seen this kid very much. I mean, he had a touchdown at Yankee Stadium.
Right, yeah.
Which was perfect. In the Pinstripe Bowl.
Alex Rodriguez at Yankee Stadium.
It was perfect. I mean, just write your own headline there. But no, A-Rod was good. They call him Too Cold. I love Too Cold. He's funny. He's a good Twitter personality. But Brookins, what impresses me about him is that people who follow this team for a while now, like most of you, will remember that he was moved to the slot this time last year a little bit because there was just too much depth at running back, and basically it was like, oh gosh, Ricky, you're not going to play, so let's throw you in the slot and we'll see what you can't do. He didn't like that. He did it, but he didn't really care for it. But what we're seeing now today, he was especially active out of the backfield as a pass catcher. And that's going to add a completely different dynamic. I was talking to him after this, and he said, we didn't really do that very much with Dylan McCullough. It wasn't what Dylan did. He coached running backs, and that's what you wanted. But it seems like Mike Hart and Mike DeBoer both want the running backs to be in the passing game a little bit more. And he could be that guy. And I've known that Jack can catch it a little bit. I think this could add a completely different dynamic to this offense.
Yeah, the other shift that I kind of noticed tonight in the running game, other people, they've talked about this in the past weeks, but I also noticed it tonight, a shift in the running game philosophy, that they're running it up the middle a lot more than you rarely ever saw that in the Kevin Johns offense. I mean, there a lot of, especially early in the game, there wasn't much success running up the middle. Second half, they turned it on a little more, and they were able to kind of bounce it to the outside, but it was still more, it was a design up the middle. And I mean, A-Rod made a few nice cuts, and Brookins made a few nice cuts to get to the outside. It's not a designed outside run. And I do think that's important that helps set up the pass much better than an outside run.
No doubt. And that's something that Tennessee fans actually got sick of. If you go read anything about Mike DeBoer from Tennessee fans when they were, upset about it, it was, another play, another run up the gut. That's what DeBoer likes to do. So Indiana fans are going to see it.
School.
Sometimes they're going to love it and be like, yeah, I think we loved it mostly today. It can get frustrating really quickly, but live or die by it, that's where they're going to go. The other two names I really like today, clearly, I mean, it's so easy to like these guys. Rashard Fant had an interception. He picked off Lego. Then ended up getting hurt later in the game. We don't know what the extent is of that because Tom Allen didn't know, and we're probably not going to know until next fall. And the other guy that picked off pass was Jonathan Crawford, who actually picked off two passes, but one of them got called back, an offside.
Yeah, it was an off. He actually had it would have been a pick six off of Ramsey. Off of Ramsey, but an offsides penalty negated it.
Right. So the other one was just the last second, and it wasn't really a mistake by Ramsey. He was just trying to throw the end.
Right. Yeah, just desperation.
So I thought those defensive played well.
They did. Fan had that interception off Lego you mentioned, but yeah, I think for me, I think the biggest story coming out of this game is Fant's injury.
Yeah.
You really hate to see that in a spring football game. Ricky Brookins just flattened him.
Dude.
There were two big hits that stood out to me. That hit, and Simi Cobbs had a huge block on early in the game. I did not see who the victim of that block was.
I want to say it was it TJ Simmons?
It honestly could have been. I didn't see who took, but Simi Cobbs leveled somebody on the other side of the field.
And then
you do in this kind of game, but yeah, Ricky Brookins just flattened Rashard Fant. He was down on the field for a few minutes.
He did walk off.
He walked off under his own power, was being tended to. I mean, that was late in the fourth quarter, so obviously he didn't return. We didn't see it from him or hear from him or anything. We don't know the extent of the injury. Tom Allen didn't know. We'll see what happens. If we hear about it before next fall, that's not going to be good news.
Right. Well, I'd be surprised, too, at this point. No reason to say anything.
Exactly. But
other than that, crowd was pretty good.
Yeah, gorgeous weather.
It was fantastic. I mean, it couldn't be any better.
Mid-70s, sunny, nice sunset during the game.
Perfect end.
Yeah,
honestly, perfect end of the spring.
Yeah, great way to end the spring. So I guess that'll do it for us here from Memorial Stadium. For Sam Beishuizen, I'm Seth Tao. Thank you for watching Inside Indiana Overtime, and we will see you later.